So did you take your kids on any vacations?
Well, every spring I had bought a new Chrysler station wagon and a travel trailer. And we'd head out west with that trailer. We made the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean with that trailer.
Really?
I used to have to stop at every rock shop along the way. And those kids, if they'd see one, they'd be real careful not to mention it to me. They didn't want to stop.
Yeah? And how did they take to the automobile drive? There was some complaint?
Well, that station wagon had it was a big station wagon, had a lot of room in the back.
Yeah.
We'd put the seat down and they'd all sit in the back.
And they were all fat and happy in the back seat. Any complaints come forward?
Then we'd stop at these camps, trailer camps. One thing I did learn real quick is if you had a travel trailer, you wanted to go west, you didn't want to go east. East was miserable.
In 3.75 miles, and exit 2B.
We went to a
right and follow signs for Minnesota
gem and mineral
77
show at
north.
Lake Placid, New York one time. That's kind of up in the northern part of the state. But the damn bugs were so bad they'd bite you and they'd get in your hair, and so we took off and went down south and found a motel we stayed at for a few days. And the woman who ran it was real fussy. The minute the kids got in the pool, if they splashed any water on the sides, she'd be out there howling right away. So one day, about 3 o'clock, I decided to take a shower. So I went in the shower room, and here, lo and behold, here she's standing without a stitch on in the men's shower room. I don't know why. So I just pretended I didn't see her, and I moved over about 3-4 feet from her and taking a shower. And she grabbed her clothes, put her hands over her tits, and out the door she went. And we never saw her again as long as we were there.
What was your first car, Bernie?
A Model A Ford.
A Model A Ford, geez.
That's the one I bought from that plumber as part of his business.
And was it any good? Did it break down?
It wasn't bad. It was a nice little truck, but I drove it down to Minneapolis there, and every time I'd come to the traffic, it would go forward a little, and the bumper would bump the car ahead and fall off. I'd have to get out and hang the bumper back up. Then I bought a 1946 Dodge pickup.
What was your favorite car you ever had?
My 88 Oldsmobile.
Oh, yeah. It seems to me I saw some pictures of you with a cigar in your mouth. Did you like cigars?
I started smoking cigars at about age 16, more or less.
Yeah.
I've never smoked a cigarette.
And would you go for the Cuban brand, or made in...
Well, I smoked pretty good cigars. Hoyo de Monterrey was my favorite one.
Yeah.
It had a 66 ring, which was about that big around, and about 8 inches long. Hand rolled.
It seems like you always go to the same places.
Not necessarily. See, we took those 2 girls of yours to Halifax.
Yeah, how was that?
And Halifax is one of the nicest places you could possibly go to. Then we took them to Buenos Aires, and we took them to Rio de Janeiro.
And how were those places?
Rio, I'd been to there before. That was the least liked place.
And somebody stole somebody's... Carol got her purse stolen from her, or how'd that work?
That was in Argentina.
Oh, okay.
So she went back to the hotel, and we called the shop, and she started getting her credit cards canceled and stuff, and then somebody found the purse and took it into a shop, and they found a card in there, and they called the shop and told them there where they could get the purse. So they called Carol back and told her. We went down there and got the purse. And the money was taken out, but everything else was there.
The credit cards were still there?
Huh?
The credit cards were still there?
Yeah, there was $2,600 in cash taken out.
Yeah.
We had insurance that covered that. How would you like to bid on a bridge job like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm afraid I'd be the low bidder. I'd leave too much out.
Yeah, did you ever bid them too low there, Bernie?
I left $150,000 out of a high school job in Eau Claire, and I got stuck with a job.
Really? Why, you just eat the costs, or?
My bonding company wanted me to pay the 10%. But I thought I could at least break even, and I took the job. I lost $150,000.
Wow.
But that was the exact amount of what I left out of my bid was 19 air conditioning systems and air handling units.
Really?
And that was Carrier's price for it. So I bought it from them, and it was also the quota for a free trip to Rome. I always claimed that was the most expensive trip I ever took.
I bet. So you went to Rome. Did you see the Pope?
No, but Helen did.
Really?
She saw the Pope the day that I went down to
In
Naples.
2.25 miles, take ramp right for Minnesota 13 toward Savage.
You had to get passes in advance to see the Pope. And there was a group of about 20 that had passes to see him. So she got in the middle of them, and they all kept moving around, and those Swiss guards didn't notice her, so she got in too.
Really?
We got a good friend who married us, Father Perkovich. He's known as the polka priest. He used to put these polka masses on. He's got a group of about, 15 people that play instruments and goes with him. And he did a mass for the Pope one time.
Really?
He's the one who married us. See, I wouldn't marry Carol until she got an annulment. And he helped her get one.
Really,
And the day she got it, she wanted to get married. I never proposed to her. She decided she was going to get married. So she got a hold of Father Perkovich, and he was traveling somewhere in Ohio. This was on about a Tuesday, and she says she wants to get married on Thursday. So he came back up to Gilbert, Minnesota, and married us on Thursday.
Really?
In 2.25 miles, keep straight onto Minnesota 13 north.
He comes to Rochester once a year to see at the Mayo Clinic, and he always stays at our place when he comes there now. But his new job is he's a priest on these cruise ships.
Really?
Of course, he isn't just a priest, he's all denominational. And they furnish everything for him except his drinks. And he's even figured out how to get that. The ship's crew has got a special bar cabin that they go to, and they invite him in there, so he gets free drinks in there now.